Hello everyone, welcome to any signature. Welcome to another online tutorial. If you are new on this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I post a new video. To my old subscribers, thank you for checking in again. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to make this simple turban, embellishes, fascinator, and bow. Watch to the end of the video to know how to make it. Also, share, like, and comment. The materials needed for today's tutorial is I have a non-stretchy fabric. This is face, also known as bridal satin. Also, I have 7 inches crinoline. Then I have this 2 inches crinoline. Then I have scissors here, right here. I have bias to tape this. I have tape rule. Then I have needle and thread. So let's go to the cutting of the material. For my turban, I have this 26 inches because this is a non-stretchy fabric. I have this 26 inches by 14 inches. 14 inches for the length, then the width is 23 inches. Sorry, 14 inches to the length, then the width is 26 inches because it is a non-stretchy fabric. So I have it cut out in two because I'm going to be lining it. I'm going to be using the second one as a lining. This is my band, 26 inches by 4.5 inches. I'm going to be folding it by the time I want to fix it with the body. So 26 inches to the width, then the length is 4.5 inches. It's a round turban cap. I have the one of V shape on my channel. I'll be dropping the link in the description box if you want to make your own a V shape one. So I'll drop the link below for you to just go there to watch how to make a V shape one if you want your band to be V. So this is my handle that I'm going to be attaching to the turban so that we can tie it. So this is 11 inches by 6 inches. 11 inches for the width, then from here to here, which is the length, is 6 inches. So 11 by 6 in 2. For the first bow, I have it in 2 pieces. This is 21 inches by 5.5 inches. So 21 inches by 5.5 inches in 2. For the second bow, I have it also in 2, 17 by 5.5 inches. 17 by 5.5 inches in 2 pieces. So for the third one, I have is 14 by 5.5 inches. 14 by 5.5 inches cut out in 2. So for this last piece, I have this just in a single piece. I have this 11 inches by 5.5 inches. 11 inches by 5.5 inches. So let's get started. So this is the body of the turban, 26 inches by 14 inches. I'm going to be picking the band this way, then I'll fold into it just this way. I'll fold the band into 2. This is the right side, this is the front side of the material. Then I'll fold this one 2 into 2. I'll fold the right side out. This is the right side, while this is the wrong side. So I'm folding the wrong side inside, I'm folding the right side outside. Then I'm going to pick just this way on top, just this way on top. Then I'm going to sew from one end to the last end here. So I'm going to sew from one end to the last end over here. So I am done joining the band with the base. Now I'm going to be folding it this way. Instead of it to be like this, I'll hold it just this way. Then I'm going to be picking the lining this way. Then I'll fold it on top. Then I'll place it on top. This is the front side. this is the front side if this is open, so this is the front side. Also this is the both side, the right side. So is this is the right side facing the right side, then I'm placing it this way. Then I'm going to be sewing round the four edges. I'll be sewing from here like this, then I'll sew down, then I'll sew this way, then I'll sew this last side also. So I'm sewing around the four edges, but I'm going to be leaving a little space somewhere around here or anywhere just to turn it inside when I finish joining the two of them together. So I'm done, and I'll be turning it outside from here. So I have it this way. So I'll be folding to the middle. I'll fold just to the middle, then I will stitch. So from the beginning of the band, just right here. Okay, let me place it there so that we can see. So I'll start my stitching from the beginning of the band down to this end, then I will stitch to this end. So I'm stitching the open places after folding. So I'm stitching from here, down here, then down here. So I have it this way. Now I'll pick my needle and thread and start my running stitch from here, from after the band. So I'll just start. So I'm going to be turning it inside out. So we have our turban cap this way, and then the next thing I'll be doing is to attach the handle here. So this is the handle. I'll fold into two this way because I want to shape it just this way. I'm folding the right side inside because I'm still going to turn it inside out. So I have it this way. I want to shape the down part to a more coffee part, just like this. So I shaped it that way. So I have it like that. Then I'm going to be sewing from here. So I'm going to be sewing from here down to this last part here. The same thing I will do to the second one, from one end to the other end, just this way. So I have it this way. Then I'll be folding just like this, fold to cover, then I'll attach to this place just this way. I'll just sew down. Also I'll pick the second one, fold like this, then I'm going to be attaching like this, then I'll stitch. So we have this way, and our turban cap is fully ready. So I'll set this aside while we go ahead with the embellishment. So to make our bow, I'm going to be starting all this, remember, then I'll fold into two, stitch from one end to the other end. Also that is the way I will do for this. Fold into two. I'm folding the right side inside for all of them. I'm folding the right side inside, then the wrong side will be outside because I'm going to be turning it after I have stitched. So all I will be doing for all the pieces, remember we have this in two, so we have them in two. So I'm going to be folding them into two, the right side inside, the wrong side outside, then I'll stitch. I will also do the same for the second pair. Then also this, fold into two, the right side inside and the wrong side outside, stitch. Then I'll do the same for the second pair. Then this also same thing, fold into two, the right inside, the wrong outside, stitch. Then I'm doing the same for the second pair too, and then I'm also doing the same thing for the last side. This is the right side in, this is the wrong side outside. I'll stitch, then I'll turn all of them inside out, so that the right side will come back to be at the right side. So I have it like this. I have sewn it and I have torn it inside out. Then I'm going to be placing, this is separate, so I'm going to be taking it separate. Then I'm going to be placing them each on top of each other, like I have three categories this way, so I'm going to be placing it on top of each other. So I have it this way. So can you see this long, then followed by this, then followed by this. So that is the same way this is also arranged. Long, this is the longest, followed by this, then this is a 3 steps. So I'm going to be working with each of them one by one. So dropping this set down, so I'm left with this set, this first set. Like I just pick one each from the 3 steps. So then I have my 2 inches crinoline here. I'm going to be inserting to all of them. So I'm going to be inserting just this way. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I will insert it here, then I will insert it. So I'm done filling them in with crinoline, as you can see. So I've inserted crinoline into this. The next thing I will do is I'll pick my needle and thread, then I will start folding, then I will tack. So I'm going to fold this to the middle just this way. Also, you can measure so that you can be sure that you are in the middle. Then, or you can divide. This is me dividing here, then this is the middle, then you bring this one to the middle, so it gives you the middle. Then the next thing you will do is you just stitch it down. So for this end, you can cover it this way, then you stitch. Also, you can use glue gun to hold them down. So I'll be stitching just this way. I'll be stitching it. So I have it here stitch. I'll also be doing the same thing. So the second step, pick this, then this is the middle, fold to the middle, then I'll fold this one to come out, and then I'll fold it in this way to cover the edge. Then I will stitch. Then I'll place to this first step this way. Then I'll stitch it down. So all you need to do is just stitch, join them together. So I have it this way, and I'm going to pick the last, fold into 2 so I can get the middle, then fix the middle this way. Then I'm going to also be folding the edge in this way. Then I'm going to be stitching and placing on top of this to give us this. So I have it this way. Then I'll stitch it down just like this. Can you see? So it's like this. I'm going to be doing this second set just like this. I'll fold into the middle, then I'll stitch. I'm just going to do it just exactly the same way I have done this. So Guys, kindly click on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to subscribe to my channel. Also, like this video if you're enjoying the video so that you can get more content on this channel. Comment, like, and share. So I'm done. I have both of them just this way. So I have this last piece. This is the last piece. Then I'm going to also be doing the same to it. This is it. I'm going to be folding just exactly the same way we have done to these ones. Then I have it this way. So I'll tack it down. I'm going to be tacking it this way. So to cover this, I have this piece of cloth 6 inches by 3.5 inches. I'm going to fold into two, then I'm going to sew from this end to the next end. I'm folding the right side inside because I'm going to be turning after I stitch. So I'm sewing from here to the next end here. I have it turned inside out this way. Then I'm going to be putting it at the center of this, just this way. Then I'll stitch, but by the time I want to put at center, I'll make sure that this where I join is facing up this way. Then I'll put at center, because when I finish joining, I'm going to change it. So I'm going to just do it like this. Then I'll stitch at the back here. Can you see? So I'm going to be stitching at the back here. So I'm going to be cutting off the excess point. I have stitched it down, and I'm going to be turning it in just this way. So I have them just this way. So I'm going to be taking my glue gun, and then I'll be attaching them this way. So this is the way I'll be attaching them. So I'm not going to be using needle and thread, but you can also use needle and thread for it. So I'm going to be applying this, then I will attach. I will apply generously, then I will attach. So I have it this way. So I have it this way. So the next thing I will do is I will set this aside just like this. Then for the 7 inches crinoline, I have 2.5 inches here, 2.5 inches. Then I'll go ahead to tape, pick my bias and start taping like this. I'll tape from one end to the last end just by one side. This side I'll pick my bias, then fold it into it this way. Then I'll go over to the machine and then sew down. So that is the way I'll fix my bias to the mouth, just at a side. I'm not going to do it to the second side. I'm doing it just at a side, just one side from the beginning to the end. I finished taping it this way. Can you see I have taped it with bias? Make this. I'm going to start with this. So I'm going to tie this together. I'm going to separate this just like this. So after securing, I will start with the tip this way. So I'm going to be forming pleats just like this. So I'm going to be forming pleats, and then I'll be tacking it the way I am forming. I'll be tacking. I'll form and tack. I'll form my pleats and tack. So don't secure, then I'll tack. Form another pleat. Hold this down. This way I have a spare one here to hold it, just like the way I did. So excuse me, just like the way I did. So for the beginning, so you can do this before you start. Actually, just hold the two end secure. So cut this off. Then by the time I move to the edge, I'll bend it just the way I bend the beginning here. So I'll tack again to secure it this way. So now I have gotten what I needed, but I'm going to be running it over to secure again. Just make sure that it is properly secured. So I'm going to be joining these two together like this. So I'm going to pass my needle and thread and join them together this way. So tack very well, please. Tack very well. You tack to assure that it is secured, or you use fishing line to tack it. It holds it better than needle and thread. So I'm done tacking. I'll pick my turban cap, which is this. I have notched where I want to place it. I place it on my dummy, then I notch where I want. I chalked where I want the crinoline to stay. So this is where I chalked. As you can see the chalk, so I'm placing it like this on the chalk this way. Then I'll tack it down, or you use gum to hold it, but I'm going to be tacking down first. Even if I'm going to be using a gum to hold it, so I'm going to be tacking. So all I'm just doing is just tacking it. So I'm going to be gumming this with this. I don't want it straight this way. You can put it straight this way, but I want something coffee like this, not straight, then just a bit like this. So I'm going to be adding my gum here. Then I'll place the way I want it to be like this. So to help hold it, I'll also be adding some gum to the edges a bit, this edge, just to hold it down to the crinoline, or you use your needle and thread to attach just from here to the crinoline. So I added some stone to beautify it. You can see how nice it is. Until the next tutorial, see you then. Bye.